Hey, welcome to the channel. If you're watching this video, you've probably been bombarded with ads promising the ultimate secret to digital marketing. You know the ones I'm talking about, right? A guy standing in front of a rented mansion, leaning on a luxury car he doesn't own, claiming he made millions in just a few months with a secret formula. And the best part? They'll teach you this magic formula for just a few $1,000. Well, let me give you the first dose of truth nobody tells you. There is no magic formula, there's no secret shortcut, and digital marketing is absolutely not a get-rich-quick scheme. I know. That's probably not what you wanted to hear. You likely clicked on this video hoping for some revolutionary trick, some obscure technique that the big players are hiding. And in a way, you are going to discover a secret, just not the one you're expecting. The secret I'm going to share today won't make you rich in 30 days. It won't transform your life with 10 minutes of work a day. And it definitely doesn't involve hacking some miraculous algorithm. The real secret of digital marketing is so obvious, so fundamental, that most people completely ignore it. Why? Because they're too busy searching for something glamorous, something exciting, something easier. But before I pull back the curtain, you need to understand the world we're operating in. The digital marketing industry is a massive, multi-billion-dollar machine. There are thousands of agencies, consultants, gurus, and so-called specialists, all offering their expertise. Your social media feed is saturated with content teaching strategies. YouTube is overflowing with tutorials promising extraordinary results. And it seems like anyone who's had a sliver of online success now feels qualified to teach everyone else. And here's the problem with that. Most of these people are selling an illusion. They're selling the idea of ease. They're selling the dream without ever showing you the reality of the journey. I've been in the digital marketing trenches for over a decade. I've managed campaigns with multi-million-dollar ad spends, built brands from the ground up, and guided businesses to real, tangible, online success. And I can guarantee you one thing. Every single success story you see out there has a backstory of relentless hard work, tireless testing, countless mistakes, and lessons learned, consistent investment, and a whole lot of patience. Nobody reaches the top of the digital marketing game by accident. And nobody builds a solid, sustainable online business by following a 5-step checklist they bought from a weekend course. The reason I am making this video is because I am fed up with the absurd number of people being deceived every single day. Honest entrepreneurs, talented professionals, small business owners with fantastic products, all investing their hard-earned savings into empty promises. They buy expensive courses that teach outdated tactics. They hire consultants who just apply generic, one-size-fits-all formulas. And they follow gurus who have never actually done any real marketing beyond selling courses about marketing. The result is always the same. Frustration, wasted money, and the demoralizing feeling that digital marketing just doesn't work, or that there's some hidden secret only a privileged few have access to. So, let me be crystal clear with you right from the start. I am not going to sell you anything in this video. There's no course link waiting in the description, no premium consulting offer, no exclusive community for a special price. What I'm going to share are the fundamental truths about digital marketing that I've learned over years of real work, managing real businesses, investing real money, and achieving real results. And I promise you this, if you truly understand and apply what I am about to tell you, you will be light years ahead of 99% of the people trying to make it online today. So, what is this big, overlooked secret? It's simple. Value. The real secret to digital marketing is consistently providing genuine value to a specific audience. That's Italiano. It's not about flashy ads or complex funnels. It's about deeply understanding who your audience is, what problems they face, what they desire, and then creating content, products, and services that genuinely help them. This secret isn't glamorous because it requires empathy, research, and effort. It means you have to stop thinking about what you want to sell and start thinking about what your audience actually needs. It's a shift from a me-focused approach to a them-focused one. All the successful brands you admire, the ones with loyal followings, they all master this. They provide value first, and the sales follow naturally. Now, let's break down what providing value actually looks like in practice. It's not just about writing a blog post or posting a pretty picture. It's about a strategic, Three-pronged approach: education, entertainment, and connection. First, education. Your content should teach your audience something useful. Solve a small problem for them for free. If you sell fitness equipment, create workout tutorials. If you're a financial advisor, share tips on budgeting. Give them actionable information that improves their lives, even in a small way. This builds trust and positions you as an expert, not just a salesperson. Second, entertainment. People are on social media to escape, to be amused. Your content needs to capture attention. This doesn't mean you have to be a comedian. It can be visually appealing design, a compelling story, or a unique brand personality. Make your content enjoyable to consume. If your audience looks forward to what you post, you've already won half the battle. Think about how you can make learning from you a fun experience. And third, connection. This is the most human element. People buy from people they know, like, and trust. Share your story, your values, your struggles. Show the human side of your brand. Respond to comments, ask questions, build a real community. When people feel connected to you, they become more than just customers. They become advocates for your brand. This is what creates loyalty that no amount of ad spending can buy. When you focus on these three pillars: education, entertainment, and connection, you stop being just another business trying to make a sale. You become a valuable resource. And in a noisy digital world, being a valuable resource is the ultimate competitive advantage. This is the foundation. Every successful marketing strategy, every viral campaign, every loyal community is built on this principle of providing genuine value. So, the next time you see an ad promising a secret formula, I want you to remember this. The real work isn't in finding a shortcut. It's in the consistent, day in, day out effort of understanding and serving your audience. It's about building a brand that people actually care about. It's hard work, yes, but unlike those get-rich-quick schemes, this path actually leads to sustainable, long-term success. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that so many of you have asked about: digital marketing. But before we get into the strategies that actually work, we need to do some serious There's a ton of misinformation out there, the kind of bad advice that causes people to lose money, get discouraged, and quit before they even get a fair shot at success. So, if you're ready to cut through the noise and learn the truth, stick around. Let's kick things off with the biggest myth of them all: that digital marketing is easy. I see this everywhere, and honestly, it's just not true. Marketing, whether it's online or offline, is a seriously complex field. It's a mix of psychology, strategic communication, data analysis, creativity, and a whole lot of tech. Just because you know how to scroll through Instagram or post a video on TikTok doesn't automatically mean you know how to sell on those platforms. Think about it this way. Owning a hammer doesn't make you a carpenter, right? In the same way, having access to digital tools doesn't suddenly make you a marketer. Real digital marketing requires dedicated study, a ton of discipline, and a commitment to constantly learning and improving. The digital world changes at lightning speed. What worked like a charm last month might be completely useless today. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and it demands real effort. All right, on to myth number 2, and this one is one of the most dangerous illusions out there. The idea that you need to go viral to make money. I get it. Seeing those massive view counts is tempting, but let me be crystal clear. Virality does not equal sales. There are countless creators out there with millions of views who struggle to pay their bills. Why? Because they haven't built a real connection with their audience. On the flip side, I know of many businesses with small, even tiny, but incredibly engaged audiences that are generating consistent, reliable profits month after month. The secret isn't to reach everyone. It's to reach the asterisk, right? Asterisk people. The people who genuinely need what you have to offer. Always remember this. The quality of your audience will always beat the quantity of your audience. 1,000 true fans are worth more than 1,000,000 casual viewers. So, Stop chasing viral fame and start focusing on building a real community. Now for myth number 3. Paid ads are the magic bullet for all your problems. So many people fall into this trap. They think, if I just throw enough money at Facebook or Google ads, the sales will just start rolling in. I wish it were that simple, but that's a massive misconception. Here's the reality. Advertising only amplifies what you already have. If your product is mediocre, if your message is unclear, or if your offer just isn't compelling, all that paid ads will do is show that weakness to more people faster. You'll just burn through your budget with nothing to show for it. Before you even think about investing in paid traffic, you need to have a rock-solid foundation in place. I'm talking about a clear value proposition, what makes you special, a well-defined target audience. Who are you actually trying to reach? An optimized website or sales page that's easy to navigate, and a structured conversion funnel that guides people smoothly from prospect to customer. Ads are the fuel for your car, but if your car doesn't have an engine, you're not going anywhere. Build the engine first. This brings me to our 4th myth. The idea that you can just copy what someone else is doing and get the same results. This is one of the most common mistakes I see beginners make. They see a successful competitor, copy their entire strategy, and then wonder why it's not working. Here's the thing. Copying a strategy without understanding the context behind it is a recipe for failure. What works for a beauty influencer promoting makeup is not going to work for a financial advisor selling retirement plans. The strategy for a business that sells to teenagers will be completely different from one that sells to corporate executives. Every single market, every audience, and every brand has its own unique quirks and nuances. True success in marketing doesn't come from copying. It comes from understanding the fundamental principles and then adapting them to fit your specific reality. You have to do the work to understand your own audience and what they respond to. And finally, let's bust the 5th and final myth for today. That digital marketing is just about posting content every single day. I see so many people burning themselves out, trying to churn out content nonstop, thinking that's the key. But just filling your feed with random posts isn't marketing. Posting for the sake of posting is just noise. Effective marketing is about creating real value, building trust with your audience, and generating sales in a structured, strategic way. You could post 3 times a day, every day, and still not sell a single thing if there's no strategy behind it. The key is to have a content plan that is directly aligned with your business goals. Each piece of content should have a purpose, whether it's to educate, to build relationships, or to guide someone towards a sale. It's about being intentional, not just being busy. So, there you have it. 5 of the biggest myths in digital marketing, completely debunked. Now that we've cleared away these illusions, we can finally start talking about what really works. What strategies you should be focusing on to actually grow your business and achieve your goals. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, just one thing, it's this. Digital marketing is not about tactics. It's not about the latest hack or the newest shiny object. It's about strategy, consistency, and value. The real secret, the one that no guru is going to sell you in a $1,000 course, is that there are no secrets. What truly works, what builds sustainable, long-term success, is mastering the fundamentals and applying them day in, day out. I know, that probably sounds a bit boring compared to the one weird trick or the secret algorithm hack that people are shouting about online, but it's the unfiltered truth. Digital marketing isn't a lottery. It's not about getting lucky with a viral video or gaming an algorithm. It's about process. It's about building something real. So today, we're going to break down this non-secret secret into the 3 pillars that actually matter. These are the foundations upon which every successful online business is built. Strategy, consistency, and value. Get these 3 right, and everything else falls into place. Let's start with the first pillar, strategy. You need a plan, and I don't mean just randomly posting on social media and hoping for the best. Primera mía, a real, documented plan, based on data and crystal clear objectives. Your strategy is your roadmap. It defines where you want to go and, just as importantly, how you're going to get there. A solid strategy starts with understanding your audience on a deep, almost personal level. Who are they, really? What keeps them up at night? What are their biggest pains, their deepest desires, their daily habits, and what objections might they have to what you offer? You need to know them better than they know themselves. From there, you define your positioning. In a sea of competitors, why should they choose you? What makes you different? This is your unique value proposition. It's the core message that cuts through the noise. Your strategy also dictates your communication tone. Are you the funny best friend, the wise mentor, the professional expert? This tone needs to be consistent across every single piece of content you create. But here is a crucial part of strategy that most people miss. Strategy is deciding what not to do as much as it is deciding what to do. The digital world is full of distractions. There's a new platform, a new trend, a new feature every single week. A strong strategy is your filter. It keeps you focused on your goals and prevents you from wasting precious time, energy, and money chasing every shiny new thing that pops up on your feed. It's your anchor in the chaotic storm of the internet, keeping you on course toward your destination. Now for our second pillar. Consistency. Let me be blunt. Digital marketing is a marathon, not a sprint. You are not going to build a powerful, respected brand in a month. You're not going to get rich in 3. That's a fantasy sold by people who want your money. Real, meaningful success online comes from showing up consistently over the long term. Think about it from the algorithm's perspective. Platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and even Google's search engine are designed to deliver the best possible experience to their users. They reward creators and businesses that reliably provide fresh, valuable content. When you post regularly, you're signaling to the algorithm that you're a serious, active contributor to the platform. This helps build momentum and visibility over time. But it's not just about pleasing the algorithms. It's about building trust with a human audience. Imagine your favorite coffee shop. You trust that they'll be open every morning with a fresh pot of coffee. What if they only opened randomly, 2 or 3 times a month? You'd quickly find a new spot. The same logic applies to your brand online. You can't expect people to trust your business, to remember you, and to eventually buy from you if you disappear for weeks at a time and only reappear when you have something to sell. Consistency means producing content on a regular schedule. It means testing your campaigns continuously, not just once a quarter. It means analyzing your results, seeing what works and what doesn't, and making small, incremental adjustments week after week, month after month. It's this relentless, steady effort that compounds over time, building an audience that knows, likes, and trusts you. That's the foundation for a real business. And that brings us to our third, and arguably most important, pillar: value. This is the bedrock of everything we've discussed. In today's incredibly crowded and competitive market, the only sustainable way to stand out is to deliver genuine, undeniable value to your audience. So, what does that mean in practice? It means creating content that helps, teaches, inspires, or entertains your audience without always asking for something in return. It's about answering their questions, solving their small problems for free, and making their day a little bit better. It means your primary focus is on serving them, not just selling to them. Value also extends to your products and services. It means selling things that actually solve real problems and deliver on their promises, not just things that look good in an ad. When you focus on creating value first, money becomes a natural byproduct, a consequence of the trust and goodwill you've built. Think about the brands you truly love and are loyal to. Chances are, they're the ones that have helped you the most. People don't ultimately buy from the brands that shout the loudest or have the flashiest marketing. They buy from the brands they trust, the ones that have demonstrated they care about their success and well-being. Value is your currency in the digital economy. The more you give, the more you will eventually receive. So, let's tie it all together. When you apply these 3 core principles: a clear strategy, relentless consistency, and a genuine focus on delivering value, everything else in digital marketing becomes a matter of execution and optimization. Suddenly, all those tactics and tools, Facebook ads, content creation, social media management, SEO, email marketing, they stop being confusing, overwhelming concepts. They become what they truly are. Tools in your toolbox, and these tools will work beautifully, but only if the foundation you've built is solid. You can have the best designed ad in the world, but if your strategy is flawed and you're targeting the wrong audience, it will fail. You can create a brilliant piece of content, but if you're not consistent, it will get lost in the noise. You can have a huge marketing budget, but if your product doesn't deliver real value, you won't get repeat customers. So, stop searching for secrets. Stop buying into the hype of get-rich-quick schemes. The path to success isn't a secret. It's a system. It's the disciplined, day in, day out application of strategy, consistency, and value. It's not the most glamorous answer, but it's the one that actually works. Master these fundamentals, and you will build something that lasts. Video starts, upbeat, and engaging music fades into the background. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're cutting through all the noise and getting down to what really matters in digital marketing. Forget the get-rich-quick schemes and the so-called secret formulas. I am going to walk you through the 5 essential steps that form the foundation of any successful marketing strategy. This is the real, practical process that professionals use to build brands and grow businesses. So, if you're ready to stop guessing and start building something that works, stick around. Alright, let's dive into step 1. And honestly, this is the most important one. Know your audience deeply. Everything, and I mean asterisk, everything asterisk, starts right here. Before you even think about creating a post, a video, or an ad, you need to know exactly who you're talking to. And I am not talking about a vague demographic like women aged 25 to 40. That is not an audience. That's just a statistic. You need to go deeper. What's your ideal customer story? What are their biggest fears and frustrations? What do they dream about when they're lying in bed at night? What problems are they trying to solve that keep them awake? The more you understand their world, their desires, and their pain points, the more your message will resonate on an emotional level. When you can speak directly to their situation, you're not just another business anymore. You're a trusted guide. This deep understanding is your superpower. It makes every other step we about to discuss 10 times easier and 100 times more effective. Now that you know who you're talking to, let's move on to step 2. Build a strong brand. Your brand is so much more than just a cool logo or a specific color scheme. Your brand is the gut feeling people have about your business. It's the emotional connection, the story they tell themselves about you. When they see your name, what do they feel? Trust, excitement, relief. A strong brand has a distinct personality. It's consistent across every platform, and it has a clear purpose. Think about your favorite brands. You recognize them instantly, right? You trust them, even before you buy. That's the power of great branding. It makes you stand out in a ridiculously crowded market. It builds that crucial layer of trust that turns a casual browser into a loyal fan. Never, ever underestimate this. A strong brand is like an invisible force that multiplies the results of every single marketing effort you make. It's the long-term asset that keeps paying dividends. Okay. So, you know your audience, and you're building your brand. What's next? Step 3. Create a value offer. This is where so many entrepreneurs get it wrong. They spend all their time making beautiful social media posts and running flashy ads, but they never stop to ask themselves, what am I asterisks actually? Asterisks offering? A weak offer will kill a business, no matter how good the marketing is. A powerful offer, on the other hand, clearly communicates transformation. You're not just selling a product. You're selling a result. You're selling a solution to their problem. For example, you're not selling fitness classes. You're reselling the confidence to feel great in your own skin without spending hours in the gym. See the difference. One is a feature, the other is a future. People don't buy drills. They buy holes in the wall. They don't buy skincare. They buy confidence and clear skin. So, take a hard look at your offer. Is it just a product, or is it a promise of a better life? That's what truly sells. This brings us to step 4. which is all about how you guide your audience to that incredible offer. We need to build your funnel. The sales funnel is simply the journey you create to take someone from a complete stranger to a happy, paying customer. Think of it like dating. You don't ask someone to marry you on the first date, right? It's a process, and that process has stages. First, there's awareness. This is where you grab their attention and educate them on a problem they have. You're not selling yet. You're just providing value. Next comes consideration. Here, you start to position yourself as the expert, the solution. You build authority and show them why your approach is the best one. Finally, there's the decision stage. Now that they know, like, and trust you, you make your irresistible offer and invite them to become a customer. Most people fail because they jump straight to the proposal. They try to sell to a cold audience who has no idea who they are. You have to warm them up first. You have to guide them through the journey. That's what a funnel does. And finally, we arrive at step 5. Analyze and optimize. Let me say this loud and clear. Marketing is a science. It's about data, not drama. It's about numbers, not opinions. Your feelings about which ad looks best don't matter if the data says it's not working. You have to be obsessed with measuring, testing, and improving everything, all the time. Which ad copy gets more clicks? Which headline converts more visitors into leads? Which social media platform brings in the most engaged audience? The most successful marketers aren't the ones who magically come up with one perfect idea. They read the ones who are constantly testing dozens of ideas and letting the data tell them what works. They fail faster, learn faster, and ultimately win bigger. There's a saying, what you don't measure, you can't improve. It's the absolute truth. You need to track your results, understand what they mean, and then use that knowledge to make your next move even better. This cycle of testing and optimizing is what separates the amateurs from the pros. So, there you have it, the 5 core steps of real-world digital marketing. 1. Know your audience inside and out. 2. Build a brand that creates an emotional connection. 3. Create an offer that sells a transformation, not just a product. 4. Build a funnel to guide people on their journey. And 5. Analyze your data to constantly optimize and improve. It's a simple process, but that doesn't mean it's easy. It requires discipline, patience, and a serious commitment to the details. But here's the beautiful part. Once you master this framework, you can apply it to any business, in any niche, anywhere in the world. Video begins. You're sitting in a casual, well-lit office or studio setting, looking directly at the camera with a friendly and engaging expression. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to switch things up a bit. We often talk about what you should do to succeed online. But what about the things you should never do? Sometimes, avoiding the pitfalls is even more crucial than following a perfect plan. Stick around, because we're re-diving into the 6 critical mistakes that could be sabotaging your online business without you even realizing it. And trust me, if you can steer clear of these, you'll be miles ahead of the competition. Let's get right into the first one, and it's a biggie. Focusing on vanity metrics. You know what I'm talking about? Likes, views, follower counts. It feels good to see those numbers go up, right? It's like a little dopamine hit. But here's the hard truth. Likes don't pay your rent. Views don't put food on the table. You can have 100,000 followers, but if not a single one of them ever buys from you, what's the point? It's just an ego boost, not a business. Real success in digital marketing isn't measured by how many people see you. It's measured by how many people trust you enough to take action. So, it's time to shift your focus to the metrics that actually matter. I'm talking about leads generated, your conversion rate, your cost per acquisition. How much does it cost you to get a new customer? And what is the lifetime value of that customer? These are the numbers that build a sustainable business. Everything else, it's just noise distracting you from what truly counts. Alright, mistake number 2. Trying to be everywhere. I see this all the time. Someone decides to start a business, and they immediately create a profile on Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, LinkedIn, Pinterest, YouTube, you name it. They think that being on every platform is the key to getting seen. But what usually happens is they end up spreading themselves way too thin. They're posting mediocre content everywhere instead of creating excellent content somewhere. Think about it like this. It is far better to be the king or queen of one kingdom than a forgotten peasant in 5. Where does your ideal customer really hang out? Is it on Instagram? Is it on LinkedIn? Find out 1, maybe 2 primary channels and commit to dominating them. Become a go-to person in that space. Master the platform, understand its algorithm, and build a genuine community there. Once you've conquered that territory, then you can think about expanding your empire. Now for mistake number 3, and this one is the dream killer for so many entrepreneurs. Giving up too soon. Seriously, the graveyard of failed online businesses is filled with people who were There's asterisk close to a breakthrough but just could do and hang on. They'll run a Facebook ad campaign for a week, get no sales, and declare, "Welp, ads don't work for me." They'll start a YouTube channel, post 5 videos, see only a handful of views, and just stop. But here's the secret they don't get. Digital marketing is a marathon, not a sprint. It's a long game. Results compound over time. You don't just magically appear at the top. You build authority, you earn credibility, and you generate traffic, little by little, day by day. Every piece of content is a brick, and you're building a fortress. The initial progress might feel painfully slow, but the people who succeed are the ones who show up consistently, even when it feels like nobody's watching. Persistence is the name of the game. This brings us to mistake number 4. Ignoring the customer experience. So many businesses pour all their energy, time, and money into acquiring a new customer. They have the perfect funnel, the perfect ads, the perfect sales pitch. And then, the moment the transaction goes through, poof, the customer is forgotten. This is a massive, costly mistake. Your marketing doesn't end at the sale. That's where the real relationship begins. Think about the experience someone has after they give you their money. Is it smooth? Do they feel valued? Are you still providing them with support and value? Because that post-purchase experience is what determines if they'll become a repeat buyer, if they'll tell their friends about you, and if they'll transform from a simple customer into a loyal advocate for your brand. Remember this, a single loyal customer who trusts you is worth more than 10 new ones you have to constantly chase. Don't leave money and loyalty on the table by forgetting about them once the sale is made. Next up, mistake number 5. Copying others blindly. Look, we all get inspired by people who are crushing it in our field. It's totally fine to look at what successful people are doing and learn from their strategies. But there's a huge difference between inspiration and imitation. Copying someone else's content, style, or personality is a recipe for disaster. Here's why. You can copy someone's sales funnel, but you can't copy their personal story. You can copy their color palette, but you can't copy the genuine connection they've built with their audience over years. In the long run, authenticity always wins. People have a built-in radar for fakes. They can sense when you're being genuine and passionate, and they can also sense when you're just putting on a mask and pretending to be someone you're not. Be inspired. Learn from the best, but always filter it through your own unique voice and story. That's your superpower. And finally, we've arrived at the 6th and final mistake. Not reinvesting in your own growth. This is especially common for new entrepreneurs and small business owners. You start making a little bit of profit, and the immediate temptation is to take it all out and treat yourself. And while you definitely deserve to celebrate your wins, if you withdraw everything, your business will stagnate. Digital marketing is a dynamic field. It requires constant fuel. You need to reinvest a portion of your earnings back into the engine of your business. That means putting money back into things like paid traffic to reach new audiences, better tools to streamline your workflow, higher quality content creation, and, just as importantly, your own education and training. Every single successful business on the planet reinvests in itself to grow. If you don't feed your business, it will never grow beyond its current level. It's as simple as that. So, there you have it, the 6 major mistakes that are holding so many people back. To recap, stop chasing vanity metrics. Don't try to be everywhere at once. Be persistent and don't give up too soon. Nurture your customers after the sale. Be your authentic self. And always reinvest in your growth. Honestly, if you can just consciously avoid these 6 things, you'll put yourself light years ahead of most people trying to make it online today. It's not just about doing the right things. It's about not doing the wrong things. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, it would mean the world to me if you could hit that like button. That really helps the channel out. And if you want more practical tips to grow your business online, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.